After weeks of watching bad weather roll in from the Southern Ocean, we finally found a brief window between systems to begin our voyage.
Ready for an adventure, guys?
Ready for an adventure, yes.
Pulling our anchor from French Polynesian sand for the last time, we sailed along the island of Taha'a, outward bound. Ahead of us lay an 1,800-mile stretch of ocean that is referred to as the Dangerous Middle for its squally convergence zones and generally unpredictable weather. Our goal was to make landfall in Fiji, a voyage we expected to take about 15 days. Outside the protecting reef, a beam swell was still rolling in, left over from the last system to blow through. So we are heading to Fiji, and it's been a little bit tricky to figure out when to leave. We have big swells, supposedly 3 meters right now, that we're rolling around on, but they're supposed to drop off, and then in a couple of days they'll be back. So we're gonna work our way towards the north a little bit and try and get farther from the track of the next system. But at the moment it's not too bad. They are 3 meters, but they're pretty spread out and they're not breaking. But it rolls us around quite a bit.
You can still see Bora Bora, and we have about 1,800 miles until we make landfall in Fiji.
Despite the swell, the first few days passed easily as we gained our sea legs. Though the winds were fairly gentle, the swell often prevented us from setting more sail, as plenty of water was already slopping on deck. Pizza at sea. Hey, get out of here. So it's the beginning of the 4th day, and we've gone about 340 miles so far. We are pretty far north of the rum line. We're trying to dodge a system that's setting into our south. But we're kind of between systems now, so it's fairly calm. We're expecting some big waves to start picking up again tomorrow, but we've had wind for the most part. Not fast sailing, but we're sailing right along. We're running right now under double reefed mainsail and the full jib. We've had pretty much every combination of sails so far, but most of the time just the main and the jib. The mizzen is great, but not dead downwind, and we've been trying to do a lot of at or near dead downwind, in which case the mizzen just blankets the main and doesn't add a whole lot. We've been reefing heavily at night because of squalls rolling through, but when it gets light during the day, then we shake it out. Trying to keep it above 5 knots to beat a calm that's going to be here. Holy cow!
Oh, he's beautiful.
He's huge! Oh my gosh! Oh man!
Wow.
Wow! Fresh mahi-mahi ceviche on the high seas, 500 miles out of Tahiti. Living good. The large swell did find us again, but because we had pushed so far to the north, it was not as bad as we had feared. In the light winds, our sails slatted around with each roll of the boat.
It's your shift, Jonathan.
When the wind died entirely, we motored for a little while. After tiring of the engine noise, we just drifted with the jib rolled up and the main sheeted in tight to dampen the roll, waiting for the wind to return. Well, the wind finally came back. It's a little squally, a little gray, but we have wind. Whenever the spray starts to fly and the cockpit gets wet, Dad likes to put on his full kit and sit out at the helm. Whit and I prefer to stand watch from the companionway while the wind vane does all the work. Once we've been at sea for a couple days, we are able to read in any normal conditions without becoming seasick. Day after day, Julia ate up the miles. We passed north of Niue and then south of Samoa, just dots on the chart, well over the horizon. Our course was set to clear the entire Tonga group before dipping down to make landfall in Fiji. It was hard to bypass so many lovely islands, but the Pacific is just too big to fully explore in only one season. There's 8 knots. Too many. Alright, Whit, let's pull in a little bit of the tube. We gotta keep the rig standing, you know. get the guys straightened out. Wing and wing on the final approach into Fiji. Sort of. 2 days from Fiji. Squall on.
Squall on. Just a couple minutes ago we heard a bang and I came out here and saw the jib flailing in the wind. And unfortunately the top block of the jib exploded. So we are going to be jibless for the rest of our passage, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. This is our broken, sad jib. Now that we no longer have a jib, the plan is to rig up the staysail so we can still attempt a wing on wing with the main and staysail in place of the jib. And the guys are on deck doing that right now.
Okay, that's the preventer. So let's go up. Pretty good. See Fiji, last night at sea. Turning in behind the headland on Vanuatu, we found protected water once again. The damp earth smelled so refreshing after our weeks at sea. We tucked up into the creek at Savu, relieved to be sitting calmly on a mooring after another safe ocean passage. We tidied up the boat as we waited for the officials to board to clear us into the country. Post-passage ice cream.
It's delicious.